and beyond. I'm not going to just stick with March because there are many significant things happening, spilling into beyond the way Rahu, Ketu, and many other planets are behaving. Before I continue, remember this is a Vedic astrology, it's not calculated Western astrology. And also remember to please subscribe below, and remember to leave your comments below here and not in my inbox. So these karmic planets, Rahu and Ketu, they change our energies of our journey of our life at this time, especially if the eclipse were to happen too. Now at this time, March 16, we will have Rahu Ketu changing signs from Taurus Scorpio to Aries Libra axis. Okay, Rahu will be in Aries and Ketu will be in Libra. Extreme corona issues will start to diffuse out, and because of just diffusing out, there will be wonderful medical solutions available. So this is not going to be the highlight of our life anymore, but I will still suggest continue wear mask, because planets are really asking us to discipline so that this more problem of corona don't keep staying stronger with us. Okay, so now also we have Uranus, planet of suddenness, is also there. So expect our sudden events or incidents. Aries and Libras are very intense and cardinal signs. So Aries is more into let's start new things, new beginnings are to happen, let's take action. And so I'm saying expect a lot of new inventions, breakthroughs through November 27, 2023. It's a great period. You will see a lot of inventions. You will be amazed. It will impact our life in a good way, at least from the point of view for these inventions. Now Uranus signifies aircraft and airplanes and air related stuff. Many of these new stuff will come out. Many inventions will be related in that area also, and it will also be about space. Like we will see evidence of aliens being there. It will be more public information. I have talked in my previous videos. You can go visit and watch, where I said aliens are coming, not coming, but they will be visible, more from trustworthy sources, not just okay, we don't know who's talking what kind of thing, you know. Even space travel will be the highlight of for these next 18 months or so. Now around August 2022, expect unexpected events. For example, because we have Uranus and Mars and Rahu will be in Aries, raising a strong possibility for some kind of explosive actions happening in the world. There could be extreme winds and earthquakes. Then Jupiter and Neptune being in Pisces indicates problems of water related incidents like tsunamis, river floods, oceans, or even the foul play in the drinking water systems. All those kinds of issues will be impacted also. Now we have Ketu in Libra for the next 18 months. It will stay in Nakshatra of Vishakha, which is ruled by Jupiter, and it will be there until September 23rd, 2022, after which it will move to Nakshatra of Swati. Being in Vishakha, which is ruled by Jupiter, it will make people more persistent and goal oriented, indicating that there might, because if the governments are very focused on a negative way, then it creates a war like situations from that angle also. Or you can say extreme fanatic behavior towards the religious values can also lead into our ways right and your ways not right kind of problems. But at the end of the day, it will eventually, all this war like sufferings will eventually start bringing the awareness and rise in spirituality. So expect I think eventually there will be peace treaties among the countries and the governments also. So now March 16th through September 23rd, it will be in the Swati Nakshatra, which is ruled by Rahu, making this time even more intense. Losses are to be expected, but eventually it will again raise the awareness for humanity and increase in spiritual growth. Rahu in Aries in Nakshatra of Kritika. Kritika, it is ruled by Sun, and Kritika represents scissors. It will be through March 16 through July 12, 2022. Kritika Nakshatra is, like I said, it's like because it's like scissors and knives. It's like just want to cut, cause problems. So, in the war, what happens? The weapons are hurting human life, and then the surgeries can be needed. So, that kind of things are again raising the concern from displacement too. Now, July 12th, Ketu will be also Ketu will enter into Nakshatra of Bharni, which is a symbol of uterus. So, when Rahu and Mars and Uranus are together, it again indicates war. People will be anticipating and feel like there's a lot of insecurity, and then again, eventually, all this problem will bring a breakthrough inventions. It sounds strange, but yes, this is sufferings of this kind will also indicating that by November 2023 things will be much different, and it will be more spiritual. So what does Ketu do? Ketu, through all the sufferings of this kind at this time, will awaken us to spirituality and moksha, put us on the journey of attaining moksha. Now, I'm going to be repeating some of the things because, again, certain planets that I'm going to talk about will also reinforce what I have said above. So, for example, on February 27, 5 planets, Venus, Mars, Moon, Saturn, and Mercury, they're all in conjunction in the sign of Capricorn. We can make it 6 planets because Pluto is there also. Pluto is a planet of, again, transformation, okay? Now, many expert astrologers believe that all these planets in one sign means Yuga Parvartan. Is it really? I don't agree with that. I think these conjunctions, because they contain some fast moving planets like Moon or Mercury and what have you, and their degrees are not that close. So, because of those two reasons, I don't think this is a time for Yuga Pravartana per se, because Yuga Parvartan, or rather huge transformation change of times, have already begun in December 2020, when Saturn, a slow moving planet, and Jupiter, also slow moving planet, was at certain degrees, and that's when the a huge transformation have started, or you can call it Yuga Pravartana. Now, April 2022, most of the 9 planets, like I said, will be changing signs, bringing big changes. So, going back to the 5 planets being in the sign of Capricorn will be bringing not so good results in terms of many people on this planet. So, there is a strong, again, because of this, it brings strong indication of war, leading to many deaths and loss of life. There is a possibility for the World War II, but this is just a planetary energy. So, which can be avoided by our conscious decisions of the governments. Like I always say that, Krishna said in Gita that yes, there are circumstances that you cannot escape, but you can, through your intelligence, you can make consciously good decisions and good choices and avoid negativity or negative circumstances of the world. I am strong belief if the government put the conscious effort into peaceful existence and bring peaceful treaties, the world war can be avoided. But otherwise, it's there, we'll have to deal with it then. Now, there are also, like I have talked about this earlier, due to Rahu Ketu also, there are water related incidents happenings, like I said earlier, ocean disturbance, ocean transportation can be affected, even drinking supply things can happen too. Even at this time, even though I said that corona will be thing of the past, now this indication indicates that these planets indicate some kind of infectious disease. It could be new corona variant, or another kind of disease could be on the horizon too. Now, how long will all this miseries will be lasting us? There will be the planets until April 28, 2022. We have to remain very vigilant and be conscious of doing the right thing, not being temperamental. Now, from February 27 through April 28, 2022, there will be war. The most negative time of this time, folks, will be, please mark your calendar and take precautions. April 4, 5 and 6 are the days you need to be very particularly careful. Otherwise, February 26th through April 7th, 2022, Saturn and Mars will be in conjunct in Capricorn, and during this time it increases the mentality to let's have a war among many people, so which will impact bad impact on economies, and shortage of food is possibilities also there. So those 3 days that are very difficult energies, like I said earlier, April 4th through April 6th, if the government can consider agreements, and they can do it and avoid this extremely difficult 3 days for all of us. Now, yes, we can avoid certain things through consciously, but there are natural disasters, um, yeah, we definitely, I know that we cannot avoid natural disasters like floods in the rivers, or if there is a tsunamis in the ocean, and even earthquakes, you can't avoid that. So folks, please take precautions. Now, what are the most signs that can have this fearful thinking? There may not be very bad things actually planning to harm them, but they will be in anticipation of problems. So these signs are Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, and Aquarius, and of course Sagittarius. They will feel and be very fearful of these negative energies. They may not actually face any harm, too much harm. So, folks, especially people of these signs, please don't be too much fearful. Actual negative on these signs may be substantially decreased. So, having said all that, also I want you to keep in mind that spirituality will come, will be more prevalent. People who in the governments, or in the authorities, or even in the ordinary life, please folks, don't act in haste and anger. I know I have been saying it since, I guess, since 2020, but the planetary energies have been very shifting up and down and up and down. Therefore, I'm reminding you, please try to do yoga, meditation, and keep your mouth shut when you feel angry. Try not to criticize each other. I do plan to do other signs too for this month, and if I get time, I will do that. Again, thank you for watching this channel, and I'll see you next month, hopefully, or sooner, for each sign horoscopes. Take care of yourself and take care of each other, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.